Hello Leo, and welcome to 2019. This is the first couples reading I am doing for the sign of Leo. I've already pre-shuffled your cards and I'm ready to go. Before we get started, quick channel update. If you are interested in private reading with me, I am available again, so you can read in the description bar below how to book in with me. If you are interested in getting a 2019 annual forecast for your year coming up ahead, there are only 2 more weeks available for that special type of reading. So you better get in quickly before I fill up. And what else do I have to say? Oh, shout out to Justin. Hi Justin, who provided the thumbnail for this video. This is Justin from Ipswich. This is an image of his hometown. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go have a look at the video that I did just before Christmas about an update for the channel, sent some Christmas love. What I asked of everyone is whoever would like to be involved to send a picture, high-res picture of their hometown, and I'll use it as a thumbnail. So thanks again, Justin. Love it. If you guys are interested, email me at healingdovetarot@gmail.com. All right, so let's get into the tarot. Leo, big week for you, okay? This is a love reading for Leos in couples from the 16th to the 22nd of January. But on the 21st, we have the final full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. So your sign. And I'm just like having a look if I could see my notes. If you don't know what it means for your sign, go back and have a look at the 2019 forecast because I do talk about it. Eclipses are final, okay? So they close out things that need to be closed. So whatever you try and implement under an eclipse, new moon eclipse, it has the ability to last for a very long time. Equally, whatever you close out at a new moon, a full moon, sorry, eclipse has the ability to close out, and that's it. You shut the door, it's done for good. And for you, for some of you, it could very well be on making the conscious choice that you're done in an existing relationship. Don't shoot the messenger, right? This is a general reading. It may not be for you. If I'm not for you, that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to proceed anyway. King of Swords coming in at the bottom of the deck. So this kind of shows me your energy, like how you're approaching this week. It could be representing your partner, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I feel like this is very logical. You're feeling very logical, having clarity when it comes to your life and where you want to be. What's interesting is that we do have the Queen of Swords here. So you've got the King and Queen. This is showing me a couple of pairs. So this could be you and your partner and literally where you're at when it comes to your intimate relationship, okay? What's really even more interesting is that at the bottom of this, we have the card of Temperance, of balance. So if we were to sandwich it like that, I feel it's like trying to find balance in your relationship again. You know, whether you are married and you have kids, I feel like it's not even. Whether you are not married, you don't have kids, maybe you're just living together. I feel like, you know, whoever does the housework or whoever earns, you know, one person's not pulling their end of the spectrum. There's imbalance. And it could just be about intimacy and how you're connecting. You know, often people grow apart, and if you don't put in the work and the effort, then it's really hard to kind of bring it back together. You do have the Queen of Swords coupled with the Wands. This is how you start out this time period this week, or from whenever you're watching this video from, okay? So this speaks about, at the very core, I don't like to touch on this too much in general readings, but a woman that's, you know, very logical, very grounded, like I've mentioned before, quite intelligent, a little bit fierce too, I find. Air sign women, particularly the Queen of Swords, can be someone that she's got to be the queen for a reason, right? She's been through a lot of things, a lot of challenges that's made her to get to this level, that's leveled up at this point. And coupled with the Prince of Wands, this speaks about, it can be sometimes known as the player card. So don't know if this is your partner, and potentially there could be a third party involved. And, you know, it could be someone that you already have a gut feeling about. It could be someone that is kind of around. Or maybe this is you, Leo. Maybe you have potentially someone that you want to have something casual with. It's a very casual kind of energy, right? If it's not that, it could speak about intimacy in your relationship and the fact that you're trying to find balance in everything else, but maybe the sex is still passionate and quite, you know, quite strong for you. I did mention that eclipses are all about endings, right? Like endings and beginnings and stuff that whatever we do under this kind of energy has a really long lasting effect. What's pretty cool is that the sun has come up in your reading. as you get to like closer to the eclipse time, okay? The sun does represent Leo for me, but it also speaks about shining light, the positivity on everything else around it. So if things have felt a little bit stagnant, you say, let's say in the past couple of years, and I'm talking 2 years now, I know this is a weekly reading, but I feel like it's important because we're talking about the eclipse in your signs. It speaks about karma, karmic debt. If stuff has happened in the last couple of years in this intimate relationship, I feel like this could very well be the closure of that now, and you're actually able to let go and move forward with clarity and love in your heart, because you have the Ace of Swords here kind of grounding that sun. The sun is like a very healing energy. It heals and expands everything it touches, and it is coupled with the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a female earth sign. This could be the other person that your partner is interested in, or that you are interested in, Leo. Maybe you have your eye on an earth sign. I've said female because it's a queen. It could be a king, or just a very attractive gay male. Hello to all the queens watching. Yeah, but look, there's definitely arguments here. Five of Wands. So you're arguing over an imbalance, and I feel like, Leo, you're just wanting a new start. You're wanting something fresh, because you have the card of the Starman, so the Magician, wanting to manifest something new and getting clarity around that. So maybe this week, this time period, I don't know what goes on. Like I said, the energy is pretty intense. It's happening in your sign. It could very well be that this is just it for some of you. I've been talking about this for a little while. Maybe you get to that point where you've just reached your limit and you check out. Or maybe it flips the other way, that you get to the point where you fall back in love with the person that you've been with, and this eclipse allows you to shut down all the tension that's been between you two for the past I'd say about 2.5 years. For the majority of you though, I feel like it could be a week of intensity, arguments, and that kind of really like at each other kind of shit, you know? Can I please have some additional guidance for Leos in couples from the 16th to the 22nd of January? Please show me. Just one card, please, Eddie. There's definitely a lot of characters though in this spread, right? Of course you get 2. Every sign's been getting 2. It's a really interesting message too. You know, there's a lot of characters. You've got King of Swords here, as I mentioned, so male air sign. You've got female air sign. You've got a fire sign. This could also just speak about that player transient kind of energy, sex. You've got a female earth sign, either the same age as you or older. And then you have an Aries that's coming up quite strong, and a Sag, but I've already mentioned fire. There could very well be that either you and your partner have other interests outside of your relationship or your connection that you're kind of entertaining. And I see it like this, like a puppet, right, with strings. Peace. You have the card of peace. So for some of you, this is just talking about finding that illumination again and resurrection. And for others of you, you have the card of action. It's time to make a decision, Leo. And it's funny that that's on the card of the Ace of Swords for clarity. I'll read from you from the book in case there's further messages that I miss. Just bear with me for a second. So 23, the card of peace, the relationship message says, when two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savoured. So for some of you, it's just like absolutely finding that harmony, finding that balance again, letting go of whatever past shit has gone on for you for the past couple of years, forgiving your partner, forgiving yourself, not going into this negative headspace and bickering and fighting, and just coming back to a place of love, right? Manifesting that new beginning, that fresh start within your existing relationship. For others, it's clarity about leaving. Although I don't see you leaving this week, you may take an action to talk about it though. Yang. So this is the card, the very first card of this deck. It doesn't come out a lot. It's the masculine principle of movement and the power of making things happen. So in a relationship, the message says, circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you'll quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now it's time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. I'm going to leave that there. You'll know which one belongs to you, Leo. I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.